So now I have a small game. It's just a quick 5 questions.
Go
Film
first.
related, don't worry. Which project was Cillian Murphy's big break?
I feel like women's contribution is valued more
No.
now. Or
Hi everyone, this is Rachel Melita here, and I'm in conversation today with Roisin Kearney, a multi-award winning creative, and she's a director, producer, writer, and you have been in TV. Have you done acting? Because I know you've done theatre.
Many years ago. Yeah. a long time ago.
Yeah. And I just want to start with congratulating you on wrapping in an amazing film production recently. Could you just talk to me a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, so last year at Fastnet Film Festival, I won the Putnam Award for the first script I think I ever wrote, which I had written like nearly 9 years ago.
Wow.
And it was one of those last minute things, and I put it in, and because it's, it was themed, so I put it in because it was, it suited the theme. And it's one of those scripts that's like, yes, it was my first, but it kind of still never went away. It was always kind of sitting there, and I always really liked it.
Yeah.
And put it in, not realising I had to pitch.
Yeah.
And then finding out that I had to pitch. I was already so I'd gotten into the last few, and so then even the idea of pitching was terrifying. But anyway, went down and did my best. Managed to get the fund, win the award. So then it's called, currently the working title is Forget Me Not, but it will have a different name when we decide what it's going to be. But so won the award, and that was brilliant, and very excited about it. And then it's been produced by Caroline Grace Cassidy and Kevin Cassidy from Document Films. So we were chatting to them, and actually Cuan from Macallateo, who I'd worked with previously when I was directing on the TV series, I'd been chatting to him because it's in Gaeilge agus Béarla, so it's in both Irish and in English. And the Irish in it is native Irish and book Irish. So there's 2 different types of Irish even within that. So my Irish isn't particularly good, so I was talking to Cuan about that, and he had suggested that I should approach Stephen Ray for the part, because he knew the script already and he liked it. And so then I was saying absolutely not, because that would be insane.
Yeah.
And then I said it to Caroline, and Caroline, being Caroline, was like, okay, fine. So she did that. He read it and loved it. So
nice.
That's how that started off. So so we just finished. We did the last day's shoot just over a week ago. Yeah. So we're now fully in post-production.
Post-production, And knowing that you are one of the 4 finalists, and it was like among 71 entries, something like that.
Yeah, there was
how, winning that, what did it mean to you? Because that was a big win.
It was great, and it's funny because I've done lots of different pieces of work. I'd left the industry and then come back, when the kids were small and that, and it was really hard coming back in, and I don't always have the best confidence for these things, and really hard coming back in. But anyway, came back in, I got a few different jobs, and they went really, really well. And then I got sick, so I was out again. Yeah. So I kind of had to walk away for another little while. And then coming back in for the 3rd time, that was really hard. So I think, actually, weirdly enough, I was probably at my busiest during lockdown. I was up to 90, I was doing loads of work. Yeah. And then it was right after that I got sick, and it's like the industry sometimes kind of forgets you a little bit if you're not kind of active and running all the time. So I was feeling a little bit just having a hard time, just working on development on loads of different projects, and that was going great, but you just have to make something. You just have to make things sometimes just to keep yourself, like, get into that space where you're energized by it, because development can be very soul destroying over a long period of time. So yeah, no, it was amazing. Like, I genuinely couldn't believe it. Like, it was a complete shock. So I was very surprised, and I wasn't expecting it.
That was like, I mean, 71 entries. That's a lot of.
Yeah, no, there was a lot. There was a good lot. Like, and the other people pitching there, like, their projects were brilliant. Were really, really interesting. And I personally would, because I've actually been the other side a good bit, and I've done a lot of judging on scripts and judging on, you know what I mean, and things like that.
Yeah.
And they were all films that I could see getting made. You know what I mean? They were all things that I was like, yeah, that's really good. That's really interesting. You know?
Everyone had like a good pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And what's your overall experience right now in getting fundings for film projects?
Well, that was good for production, because so much of the time it is development, and which is brilliant. And again, one of the things that happened is I'd been funded on a TV series which has kind of been a long time in development, and then I got funding on a feature. Again, it was just when I found out I wasn't well, so then that kind of fell apart a little bit, because I had to take a little bit of a step back. So now I'm trying to get that back in and sort of moving forward. And then actually the short, I'm currently kind of writing that into a feature length as well. So yeah.
Is it harder to get funds for features compared to short films?
Well, I mean, yeah. But the thing about a short film is, and the vast majority of the time, you're not really getting paid. You know what I mean? And it's brilliant, and it's there, and you make something and you see it out in the world, and at a level, that is the price. It being out in the world forever, you know what I mean? Because they're all in digital now, so they are forever.
Forever.
You know, and people actually taking the time see something you've made, like, that's a huge privilege. So that to an extent has to be the prize, but at the same time we all have bills to pay, you know, so you're trying all the time to not get swept up in work that maybe not be the work you want to be doing. Because every time you start a project, it takes 10 times longer than you thought it was going to take.
It's never like quick and
So you have to, it's all the time trying to balance between the two. It's, you have your passion projects and you have the stuff that you desperately want to make, and then you're also just trying to get work that will pay the bills in the meantime. So
obviously, And do you feel like there's a difference now? For example, this recent film production that you've done compared to like when you did Paddy, Prodigy, and you know, the past projects?
Yeah, no, it's hugely different insofar as when I did Paddy, that was the first time I actually had a budget, which was nice. You know, you could actually have lights and stuff. And so that was really nice. And then the shorts I made prior to that was really just people getting together with people that I knew, friends, whatever, and just making something for the sake of making it, and people having the opportunity to maybe be HODs in departments that they mightn't have gotten to HOD on before, or, you know, so everyone was kind of getting something that was helpful and good for them out of it. So so then obviously doing Paddy, that was great because we actually had a budget. I was brought in to direct that, which was because I had never kind of really considered myself a director, even though I directed short films. It was weird. And but Maeve McGrath, who produced in that, had seen one of my, she'd seen two shorts that I'd done previously, and liked what I was doing stylistically. So she actually asked me to come in. So I was coming in on that. So I was like a paid director coming in to direct that short. So that was really nice. Especially getting paid was really nice. And then it was with a really good crew and a really good cast.
Yeah.
And that I really liked. And it was with young people, which I also really like. I love working with young people. So that was great. And then I went on to do the TV series, Keep It Up, after that.
Yeah.
And that was incredible experience. Like, I absolutely loved it. And it was very strange going from drama over to hybrid documentary.
Yeah.
But again, it was with young people and huge support from the, from the production company. They were very, very proactive and positive and encouraging. So I got to do a lot.
Yeah.
I got to really explore what I wanted to see or what I hoped, and then working with the producers who were brilliant. Just it was really it was a really positive experience. I loved it, and then and then it wasn't long after that I kind of had to. I had gotten. Got a fellowship with Stowe Labs with another project called Patriots, which is a thriller series set in Belfast.
Oh, cool.
So then I got onto the media exchange with the same project, and that's when I got sick. So then I had to take the time out. So it's like re-emerging again. It's just like endless re-emerging. Maybe eventually I'll crack the egg and get out. But so it was and I think I was feeling a little bit not unfocused. I was just feeling like wondering, was I ever going to get to the other side, what I mean, and make something. So winning that award was obviously huge. And then to have the support of Caroline and Kevin on it as producers, then for Stephen to come on board as an actor, and Eleanor Bowman as DP, and like amazing people. That was kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
So it might have cost a little bit more than the budget, but I think it was worth it.
But it was worth it. And would you say that Paddy was your big break, or you feel like it was Keep It Up, this series?
I think as a director, from a writing point of view, there was a few others kind of that came up and won a couple of little awards for. And then as a director, certainly Paddy was my first real opportunity to get to direct with a budget and with what a budget can bring. So with, crew and first ADs and HODs and all of that. So I'd never had... that was the first chance I got, really, I suppose.
Yeah, like a real chance,
to make something at that level. So that was really great. And then I'd say I definitely got Keep It Up on the back of Paddy.
Yeah.
And then that was huge. And it's like so much of it is to do with confidence as well. Like, and they're the things that have always kind of almost been, I suppose that's the biggest battle all the time, is kind of battling your own confidence and belief in yourself as much as anything else. Like, you're fighting for other people to kind of look at your work and take you seriously, but half of it is an internal battle.
It's always you. And Keep It Up is really, it's like a documentary series. Like, how different is it directing that from short films? Is it harder? Is it
It's very different in lots of ways, but there's probably more writing in it. Like, you write more in documentary, I think, in sometimes, because it's constantly, I bored him to death. He just died. Sorry.
He's having a hard time.
He's very bored. But so, because you're constantly writing, do you know what I mean? Like, you have an idea of what the overall series is going to be, you have an idea of what the arcs are, you've got an idea of who's in it, like your characters, if you wanted to call them that, and how you think things might go. So, but every day you're getting more information. So every day you're going home and you're writing out, ask this person about that, or maybe bring that person to this, or introduce this person, or what sport will challenge this person, or what sport will make this person feel really good about themselves, and then all the drama amongst themselves as well, because it's a lot of people.
Do you have to create some amount of drama when writing?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We had to reduce the drama. We had to pull it back.
Yeah.
So,
because reality shows, sometimes I feel like some people think, oh, this is definitely created.
Oh, it's absolutely. And you might tee something up. Like, I know I wanted a question asked to one of the people who was coming in to show them their sport.
Yeah.
So I said to one of the girls, I was like, oh, this is the person and this is what they went through.
Yeah.
And, and then that character was like, oh, that's really interesting. And they asked the question. So it's not that you say, oh, do this and
it's not
have
like
a fight over here or do that.
Yeah.
No. And like there is, of course there is in a lot of that stuff. But when you have 9 teenage girls, you really don't need to.
It's natural.
You don't need to add to the drama. The drama's already there.
Oh, God. And can we talk a little bit about the comedy RIP and how it was supported with Screen Island?
Yeah, so that was the first project that I got development funding on, and actually that was quite incredible because I was really, really, really shocked. But it was during lockdown, so it was all very strange at the same time. But it was. I'd written it as an hour-long, as a 6-part hour-long series, and then got the development, but then they came back and Screen Ireland were looking for me to make it into a 12-part half-hour. So then I worked with a script editor, actually a UK script editor who was brilliant. Yeah. It's quite dark, like I love dark comedy. All my family are from the north of Ireland, and there's a certain level of darkness about our humour.
I love dark
and
humor.
I'm very much into that. It was a lot of fun doing that, and I'm still hoping. It's still like it's still there, and it's still hopefully. I would like to see something come through in it because I'd sort of set it in a border town, and it's about 3 women. Like, weirdly enough, I'd written it about 3 sisters before all these other shows about women. Okay, you know what I mean? Of like 4 women or 3 women or 5 women or whatever. And all these sister shows came out. Like, so it was way before all of that stuff. But so now I'm like, where does it going to fit? But it actually does, because I think it stands on its own. You know what I mean? As a piece, particularly with the space it's in, because it's centred on 3 sisters, but it's really centred on a rural town on the border, and all the drama that comes with that. So that was really nice. So I'd love to see some more. And then obviously with Patriots, with the Belfast set series, that's another thing. I'd love to get that. It's a thriller, so it's not a comedy, but it still has its wee hint. You know, you have to have a little bit of humour if you're writing anything. So, but it's very, it is quite dark. I come from a family of social workers and psychiatry and forensics particularly. So I would have been brought up around people who study crime, or work in crime, or have a lot of time spent around people who committed a lot of crimes. So it's always been an area that kind of interests me, or that I'm interested in how people's minds work. And I think as a writer,
we have that in common. I really love that part.
And that's in writing. That's all you're doing. You know, exploring how different people's.
Is just amazing. Yeah. And, with the longevity you've had in your career, how important is it to keep relationships with, film production companies or institutions like Screen Island and...
well, Screen Island have been brilliant, and I'm very lucky, obviously with Caroline, there's another friend of mine, Triona, that I work with, but other writers and directors too, friends of mine, Orla Murphy, Naomi, you know what I mean? There's sort of a group of us, and we all kick off with we have our WhatsApp group going, this is terrible. But we all, and Marisa, and we all try and kind of support each other, because it is hard.
Yeah.
And it is frustrating.
Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot of things, but one of the problems, you know, there's only a certain amount of production companies in Ireland, like, and because of how things are funded, which I totally understand, like, it makes sense. It comes through production companies, which can be a little bit limiting, because it does lock out people unless they've built up that relationship.
Yeah.
So I think that can be really hard. And trying to find those stories, even if there's a lot of development to happen, or if there's time, energy, or, you know, mentors, or I mean, they're doing their very, very best. Like, I mean, there's so much going on, and I do an awful lot of work with people on scripts, so you know, being in that space, but I still feel like the biggest block is socioeconomic. It's just not being able to sustain, and that's very difficult to deal with, because you're taking on work, or you're doing work that is taking you away from what your creativity, and even sometimes with, like, you know, filling out forms, like, it's a different mindset, it's a different way of thinking. Like, I actually find it quite helpful, writing treatments and stuff like that, because I think it makes you explore the story. But it's a very different way of thinking. And it can be very disheartening when you're like, you spent 2, 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks doing a proposal on a project that you've spent 2 years thinking about, and it's just like, no. And that's a bit devastating.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
It's really
I'm not going to lie.
And you do kind of want to know why, or what you're missing, or what's... And a lot of the time, like, I know myself, I'm looking at it going, that's, you know, a bit rushed, or it wasn't thought through, or the engine isn't there, or, you know. And you kind of get better as time goes on at really kind of thinking your way through that. But it is very time consuming. And when you're not getting paid for that time, it's very difficult to continue. It's very difficult to keep going, because it's doing stuff at night, and other people are suffering because of that. Like, it's, you know, when the kids were younger, it's like,
especially if you have a family and dependents.
So you are choosing to not have the family holiday. You are choosing to not be able to do this, or not be able to, because financially you can't do both. You know, so you're trying to do everything you possibly can to make sure you're giving the kids, and you're obviously paying your bills, but a lot of the little extras get lost, because even going to a festival is expensive. You know, so that's the biggest challenge. I don't know if you can relate, probably will, like, pushback from family, or like people who are close to you. Sometimes they feel like, you know, this is like a dream, it's not really reality, so maybe you should look for something else. They're probably right.
You know, so they feel like maybe it's like a privilege to be sitting around and just like being focused on your dreams, rather than just being in the real world. And
well, I do, like, obviously there's, you know, there is that there, and people are like, oh, what are you doing?
Especially at the beginning.
But it's the lack of value that's put on it. Like, I mean, people are funny. Like, they like to read their books, and they like to watch their telly, and they like to go to the cinema, and they like to consume art and consume what we do all the time.
Every day.
Constantly. On their phones, on the bus, everywhere. And it's the monetization of that is where the gap is. So you're finding that an awful lot of the time, like, if you take the verticals, I was talking about it with someone earlier, if you take the verticals, the people who are making the money out of that are not the producers, or not the actors, or not the writers, or not they're the app companies. And because so much of what is the budget goes through advertising, like, that's why they, that's where they're getting it, or else they're selling, after the first 8 episodes or whatever, then you start buying for like 2 cents or whatever it is. But not being able to pay people.
Yeah, the makers are suffering.
Is a problem, so there isn't a way of sustaining the industry unless there's proper value put on what people are doing. And if it's going to take a year to create something, you need a year's wages.
You need to
do that. You can't, and unfortunately, I don't like to say it, but I still feel it can be quite a sexist industry. And not maybe so much in the, film or TV end, but like that once you're going out to private industry or making ads or making music videos or and all that other work.
Yeah.
That you need to just sustain yourself.
Yeah.
Can be quite difficult to get, and I think it just can take longer. I think it can.
Yeah.
And we've some incredible directors out there at the moment. Like there's a lot of TV, a lot of women directors I know who are doing a lot of television at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's just outstanding. Like the quality is amazing.
Yeah.
So that's really nice to see.
Yeah, that's nice to see. Okay, so now I have a small game. It's just a quick 5 questions.
Go
Film
for it.
related, don't worry. I think you'll know all the answers.
I don't know.
Yeah, so the first question is, who was the first Irish woman to win an Oscar?
Brenda Fricker.
Oh, nice.
For My Left Foot.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I didn't even know that, but I just knew the answers.
Yeah. I remember it. I remember
you
that's how.
It?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Did you used to watch her or someone
she
you looked
was
up to?
in it's kind of a weird way.
Yeah.
She was in drama class at the same time as my mum and my auntie. So we always knew who she was.
Oh, nice.
So they used to do the Father Matthew Fesh together when they were children. And my mum used to be like, oh, there's Brenda again.
Yeah.
So but they would have known each other.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known her now, but my mum and my auntie would have known her as kids growing up, back in the day.
Yeah. So is she like a legend here, or?
Ah, yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
She's great. Yeah. She's still living in the Liberties. She's still using her Oscar as a doorstop.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's
something I really like about Ireland is people are so. I feel like celebrities or like filmmakers, artists are so down to earth. It's not like flashy. Where I come from is like the people are not approachable. Like like you will know. Oh, this is an Oscar. You will know.
Yeah.
Like it's not. They're not really. I can't say humble, but it's like you'll know the difference if they walked in. Yeah, so I really like that about it. Yeah. Second question is, which project was Cillian Murphy's big break?
Now, this is an interesting one because I would say Disco Pigs.
Yeah.
Which he did with Kirsten Sheridan. And which was originally the play. He was in the original play as well, which was Enda Walsh. She's a brilliant writer. I love Enda Walsh's stuff. But I know others might say the one which would be 28 Days Later. Yeah. But I loved Disco Pigs. I thought it was absolutely incredible. I just found it really, really good. Really moving.
So I don't know if that would be 5 points or 10 because it's saying 28 days later, but I think that's like internationally.
Yeah. Oh,
internationally. Disco Pigs is here,
probably more in
in
Ireland. And it would have been
it's both right, honestly. Yeah.
I'd always go for Disco Pigs because it's all full of Irish people.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. The longest running comedy series of all time.
No idea.
Okay, it's The Simpsons.
Ah, very good.
The Simpsons, yeah. Have you watched that or not?
I have, loads of times. And actually I went to a show.
But not like it's so long also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But years ago, I went to they had a theatre show in Edinburgh at the festival, and
Yeah.
it was all the actors who do all the different voices, and they had this whole show. It
Yeah.
was brilliant. It was really, really good.
Okay, so this is a tricky one actually. The highest grossing Irish language film of all time.
Oh, well, you see, I know that one. Because it's very recent. And
Yeah.
so on Colleen Coon, so
Yeah.
The Quiet Girl.
Quite. Yes. Yeah. Because there was like the winds. I don't know, something wind. Oh, that was like the independent highest
Yeah.
grossing
Independent, yeah. Because there was, because Kneecap as well. Kneecap did pretty,
Yeah.
I think Kneecap, I don't know what, actually I don't know what but I know it did very well.
Yeah.
But it took a little bit longer to sort of kick
To
off
pick-
on the,
yeah. Yeah.
So I was dying as soon as I found out it was getting made, I was literally waiting for it to come. I was like, I want that.
Okay, this last one will be very easy for you, honestly. When was Green Island founded? Talk to soon.
1980s, in around
1980.
1980.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were very.
Michael D. Higgins. Michael D.
Yeah. Oh God,
So-
you got all the. Okay, you got the first question, second question, and then the highest grossing and Screen Island. You halfway did it.
Halfway.
Yeah, so that's like 30 points out of 50.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
I'll
So
take that.
Your
I'll take
knowledge
that.
is quite up there. You know, we had to research for this. Yeah, but do you feel like there's more projects that are doing so good in like terms of box office right now, like at the moment?
I think there's a lot more coming out that is going, like Balcha, Sheena Lambert's feature film is coming out, I think,
Yeah.
next week. I think that's going to do really, really well.
Yeah.
There's a number of films that I think are going to. It's a weird one because sometimes you see films and you're just like blown away by them, and then you don't see them, like they go, they might go onto a streamer, or they might, and films that really should be seen in the cinema, like what's the name of it? It was one Barry Keoghan is in it, Tailored Films. Bring Them Down. Oh, I can't remember the name. Anyway, but absolutely brilliant. I loved it, like really, really loved it. And I'll have to have a little look around to see where it is. But I know Everybody Digs Bill Evans is coming out. Now that just won Berlin.
Yeah.
And I was down in West Cork when they were shooting it.
Yeah.
And because I was down for a recce, and then Fiona Kinslow was one of the producers, so I was like, so I got to go out and set for a day. Just watching the director work with the actors, brilliant.
Yeah.
He was just a lovely person to observe. But I think that film is going to be really big.
Like a success, yeah.
Yeah, it's so incredibly beautiful.
Yeah.
Just even from the bits that I saw, I haven't seen the full film yet because I was away for the premiere in Dublin. But I'm really excited about that. But there's loads. I think there's an awful lot of really, really good stuff around.
There's really a nice culture for people showing up here, like in terms of like watching stuff, going to festivals.
It's getting better
it's
as
getting
well.
better,
It's the box office. Ultimately, we need people to go in and watch films in the
need
cinema.
People to go to the cinemas. Yeah.
And
it's
like
important.
we have a huge cinema going audience, but so much of it is centred around the sort of blockbuster films, so it's trying to break through that and just get people more interested in particularly Irish film. And I think I remember talking to Frank Berry about this when he was doing Michael Inside, because I think he brought that out to the schools, which I think was a brilliant, and I think as much of that sort of stuff as we can do so that younger generation, as they come up, really understand and appreciate Irish film as being their stories.
Yes.
Rather than I mean, we all love to go and see a fantasy, like, don't get me wrong,
know,
and I like it too.
Yeah.
But I think it's important that we get to see our stories on screen.
Yeah.
And we have a very certain perspective and a certain sense of humour.
Yeah.
Which I think, you know, sorry, I'm listening to my stomach growl there.
Yeah.
But so I think it's important to see our films, you know.
Yeah. For people to show up with even not just international films. It's important to support your own country's filmmakers.
And to understand different people's perspectives, because there's an awful lot of people walking around this country who have, you know, they're still in their little sort of bubble of whatever, and getting to see stuff from someone else's perspective, who's also
in the same you know, area.
I think is really important. Because it is how we learn. It is how we learn. You know, we need to be able to empathise and see the world through different people's eyes. And like sometimes that can be really hard, because I used to hate writing characters I didn't like. Yeah, which is terrible.
That's hard as a writer.
But now I'm much better. Now I love writing characters I don't like, because it's important. It's important to put yourself in the shoes of lots of different people and outlooks. Otherwise, it would be a very boring film. Yeah. If everyone has the same opinion and no one argues.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about the diversity, representation, and inclusivity in films, and especially in Irish films?
Yeah, I think things have improved, where there's definitely a little bit more visibility of an actual reflection of what our society is, which is good. Yeah. I think we still have a long way to go, and I'm very wary of insincere representation. Yes. I'm very wary of representation, and I think there's a real lack of representation, particularly in disability. That would be one of my main things. I was brought up with a sibling who has a severe intellectual disability, and never get to see my experience or his experience on screen. Like, it's very, very rare, and if it is, it's caricatured, or it's, you know, there's like a big swipe of, oh, but it's fine and everything is lovely, whereas that's not the reality for people living in in situations, and it's not the reality for people with intellectual disabilities in particular. I think overall physical disability as well is really, really lacking, and the strides that have been made are great. We also have a problem with socioeconomic visibility, and how people from difficult socioeconomic backgrounds are portrayed. A lot of the time I think the portrayal again is kind of caricatured, or else it's violence, which isn't representative of an entire community at all. And I think that in itself can cause problems, because it leads to preconceptions about people based on where they're from and who they are, which is always going to be a bad thing. We all use shortcuts in film. We do. It is what it is. But yeah, we just need to be a little bit more aware and a little bit more careful about what we're doing, and how our version and our representation on screen can affect communities, individual communities. So that would be my main thing. It's something I feel incredibly strongly about. And it's something that I've always tried my best to be inclusive in a real way. And not just not just in a, you know, box ticking kind of way.
Box ticking.
And it's also, I think one of the things that we see more and more is a story doesn't have to be about something that makes us different. But those people who are different in lots of ways need to be on the screen, be it in the shop or at the disco or wherever it may be, without it being like the center of something. You know, it is just a reflection of the world.
Just
we
the
live
normal
in.
world.
The normal world. And The other thing is hidden disabilities
Yeah.
and how they are portrayed or not portrayed in the industry is also really, really important because there is a huge lack of understanding still within society and within our education system, within our working world, everywhere, because we are not given different people's perspectives.
Yeah.
And or else they're rose tinted versions of, or they're painted in a very particular way, and it's not necessarily truthful, and it's not necessarily helpful to people who are currently lacking that visibility.
Yes, that's true. And if I can just ask you about the women's contribution here in the Irish film industry, do you feel like women's contribution is valued more now, or
not really,
than the past?
No,
years?
I think there is an improvement again. I think it's great. We have some of our best directors now in directing drama for TV in particular. There's been a great increase there.
Yeah.
We still have a problem in film. We're still not seeing our women's stories and our female directors given access, this level of access they should be getting.
Yeah.
I think there's also, obviously it's an industry. So when you're looking for finance, when you're looking for this, that, and the other, there's a much bigger world out there that can impact that. So it's not one person's fault or one group's fault or anything else. But we do have to look at it from a bigger picture point of view. We have to look at the sort of budgets that people are getting and what they can do with them. And also in the development, in the creation, not restricting the voice. Yeah. Because the reason projects are, may get development or are picked is because there's something new and interesting about the voice, about the perspective. Yeah. And then allowing that to continue through, allowing and trusting the artist. Yeah. That's, it is one of the things. And sometimes different voices feel uncomfortable. Yeah. And that's not your problem. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not. So, and those different voices are what makes new work interesting. Yeah. And pushing the boundaries. I think we need to just allow people to experiment a little bit more and push boundaries of what is comfortable and uncomfortable.
Oh, that's true. I was talking to Leisha Sexton, I think it was last year, and she said the same thing about, the value that is placed in women filmmakers, even the fans, even what you're given versus, a male filmmaker, and also big projects. It's you're limited to or when it's short films, or maybe if it's shorter projects, you're most likely to get them than a bigger project. Yeah. Do you also feel like that?
I do, yeah, because there's we can see it. We can see it in the films that are produced. Yeah. We know it. It's not it's hidden. It's literally there in the stats. Yeah. And then I think on top of that, the socioeconomic thing, which I know Leisha is very passionate about as well. Yeah. And sort of truth of female experience, I suppose, is something that maybe it scares people. I don't know. But yeah, you feel like you have to prove yourself a lot more and for a lot longer. And that's one of the issues. Yeah. But again, that's not just internal forces, that's external forces as well. Yeah. It's how do we make the industry sustainable for people? I can't pay my mortgage out of what I'm making. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the reality. So you're constantly trying to find things that can make up that gap. Yeah. Which sometimes, if it's an ad or if this, but we've very few women in those spaces. We've very few women getting the work in those spaces that can that help to make it a sustainable career. There's teaching, there's very certain things you can do but that is, a lot of that will be private sector, you know what I mean? So you're still in the situation of having to deal and work within a space that maybe not as open, even though I know from most companies, like all the marketing people, there's a huge number of women within marketing, within all these areas. But I think when it comes to the making stuff, there's still a gap. There seems to be, just a space there that just needs to be bridged to allow people the opportunity.
And just as we're wrapping up, I just want to ask you, because I know you've been through ups and downs in your journey and you've been able to like navigate different worlds like motherhood and so many other things, and taken breaks, came back. So what would you advise a young creative coming in right now?
I think you need a level of resilience
Yeah.
that is more than you might expect.
Yeah.
And in the area when I had my kids and I took that time out, it was literally because I wasn't employed. Like, people wouldn't employ me because I had young kids. It was that simple. It was that straightforward. It wasn't that, I want to take the time out to be with my. It wasn't that. It was like, no, sorry, you've got kids. We're not employing you. More or less. And then, which was a huge shock to me. Like, it was awful. Because then when you're looking at childcare and the hours, and I was working a lot of theatre and even in film, creches don't open 24 hours a day. So you're not in a situation where you can always get that. So unless you've backup, you're kind of, it's difficult. I think that's improved a lot, but there's still a way to go. And then, like, absolute grit and determination, I came back and just made stuff, get out and make stuff, get out and do stuff yourself.
Yeah.
Don't look for permission.
Yeah.
Trust your own voice. Trust the story you want to tell and how you want to tell it. And if that's making something short or making something, going out in the circuit and doing all that. And it is hard because you are going, oh, well, that festival is €30 to submit to.
Yeah.
While also,
that's like a whole other budget.
Yeah,
and you have
completely.
to do several.
Yeah,
submit,
and then hope to get in. It's a 1 in 10 is the general overall is 1 in 10. That's incredibly expensive. Like, it's you have to kind of, and then to go to them, to meet the people, to do all of these things cost. And a huge amount of my time was spent working and saving up what I could and being able to justify that, like not spend it on the kids. Do you know what I mean? Like, because that was the choice. It was, do I try and push through and get my career back on track, or do I not? And that, and I feel like deserved to have a go.
Yeah.
Because in lots of ways it's not a choice. You know what I mean? It's in lots of ways you do it because of a level of passion.
Yeah.
And every day is a working day. Like, it's not. Nobody that I've ever met, that I've ever been around, is there. You think, oh, well, if I do this, I'm there.
Yeah.
That's not how this industry works.
Yeah.
You are always pushing forward. And there's always heartbreak and ups and downs and devastation and absolute elation. So you have to be doing it for the right reasons as well. You have to be doing it because you have to. That it's something that's within you that you need to put out. And the achievement is pushing something out.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not going to, no more than a musician or a painter, everyone's not going to love what you produce. And it may not go where you thought it was going to go or what you wanted, but it exists in the world. And for it to exist in the world and for someone to come and see that is a privilege as well.
It's a privilege, yeah.
So it's, you're asking people to take time to listen to your voice, ultimately.
Yeah.
And if they do that, I'm always very grateful.
Yeah.
If I walk in and there's an audience there to see something that I've made, I'm really grateful for that.
And that's like the literal award, to see people actually appreciating your art,
Yeah.
So I know this is a very annoying question to ask creatives, but are you planning on doing anything next, like in terms of projects, or for now you're just focusing on this project that you have done?
Yeah, no, I obviously like it took a huge amount of energy and focus
Yes.
to get to where it is now, and then get into post and put it out in the world. But no, I've 2 TV series in different stages of development.
Yeah.
I've
Great.
another feature that Screen Ireland supported, and
nice.
I had to put it on hold because the second little bit of time I took out was because I got diagnosed with cancer, so I had to take a little bit of time out there.
Yeah.
So I've to kind of go back to that now, because literally I got the award at the same time as I got diagnosed. So, so I'm going to go back to that now and develop that further, and that's for young people. So it's a young audience. I like doing young audience stuff.
Yeah.
And then actually the short with Stephen, I am developing into a feature as well.
Yeah.
So I've got a few little things, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully everything will go as planned.
Yeah. And I'd actually like to direct someone else's work as well.
Yeah.
I'd like to do like director for hire and go and do something new that way, that I'm not so involved that I'm not, that it's just you go in and work. I'd love to do something like that.
Is it hard for you? Sometimes I feel like it's hard for some people, mostly creatives that are used like to create from start. Like you're the writer, are you open now?
I really like, and I mean I have no problem with people directing my stuff either.
Yeah.
Do you know, I really like working with other people. I'm more than happy to
direct,
not be the direct and have someone else direct my stuff. Like even with the 2 TV series, like I wouldn't really have any intention of directing them.
Yeah.
I might direct an episode or something, but I'm not. It's not something going, oh well, I want to be writer director. Like I want someone else in. And for one of them, I want co-writers in. Like I'd like to develop it with a room,
Yeah. I think
so
you learn more even like that.
Yeah.
You learn
I like
more
working with other people.
Collaborating. Yeah.
I like working with other people. Like it can be very lonely sitting by yourself.
You're the everything.
Yeah. And I find working with other people in a space and doing all that, I find that's when I'm at my best.
Yes.
And because that energy, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like the energy you get with a room of creatives when you're just all aiming at the same thing.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Oh, nice. Okay, then I think that's it for today, and I'm really appreciative for you coming to have this conversation with me.
Not at all.
And it's very inspiring, obviously.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And yes, everyone, this is Roisin, Kearney, and continue to have more amazing projects and more to offer in the industry as you have done already. And yes, I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Rachel.
you for coming.